We had the opportunity to present our work on the long-term follow-up of toxicities of patients being treated with total marrow irradiation or total marrow lymphoid irradiation. This was work that was done as a secondary protocol or a secondary analysis of several other clinical protocols where patients have been treated with TMI or TMLI as part of the conditioning regimen for hematopoietic stem cell transplant. This is, to provide context for people that aren't aware, this is a type of radiation similar to total body radiation, but it's given using intensity modulated radiation therapy, such that we're able to focus radiation onto the bone marrow and the lymph nodes and spare normal organs. So the goal is twofold. One is to be able to spare normal organs and have reduced toxicity, and in doing so, potentially be able to actually provide dose escalation, since we are giving this regimen oftentimes in patients with more advanced disease who would benefit from dose escalation. So we've now been giving this regimen for upwards of 20 years, and so now we've been then following these patients for the toxicity. The research that we presented has just under 300 patients. Due to the still relatively poor prognosis of what some of these patients have, the median follow-up is just over 2 years, though the patients who were still alive, the median follow-up was approximately 6 years. Specifically, what we were looking at was late toxicities, so things including cataract formation, hypothyroidism, pneumonitis, and radiation nephritis. Just the surface level results were that overall the toxicities seem to be significantly less than what we see in historical controls treated with total body irradiation, with the one exception maybe being cataracts. Overall, we see about 25% of patients developing cataracts over the course of their follow-up, which is maybe slightly lower, but overall pretty comparable to what we see in TBI. But aside from that, we're seeing very low rates of hypothyroidism and very low rates of pneumonitis or infection. So it's actually so low that of the roughly 300 patients that we followed, there was only one single case of radiation pneumonitis. As for kidney toxicity, it was so low that we did not see a single case of toxicity to the kidney that couldn't be attributed to disease progression or dehydration or other causes. So overall, these are extremely promising results showing that the toxicity is exactly what we anticipated, and so decreased compared to what we're seeing in total body radiation. And so it is promising enough that we're continuing to run protocols with total marrow irradiation, but we also really do believe that it really should be the standard of care. So we are now moving in that direction at City of Hope, where we are able to now be giving TMI and TMLI off protocol, and we're based off of these data, we really think that it's a promising approach to not only give transplant regimens that are less toxic, but also hopefully then have a means of giving dose escalation to have more effective transplant regimens for patients with higher risk or active disease.